Hi, hello, welcome to Jessica's YouTube channel. This is the first year BCom banking onwards in that last poem, Ulysses, written by Alfred Tennyson. Let's get into the video. Let's start the summary. This poem is written by Alfred Tennyson in 1833 after the death of his close friend Arthur Henry Hallam. It was published in 1842. This is a grammatic monologue. The main theme of this poem are striving to move on in life, freedom and personal journey. This is about the aging hero who is struggling to find meaning in his life. After turning home from many years of adventuring, Ulysses is well known as a hero. He fought many battles as a young man, spent 10 years battling in the siege of and took a journey of 10 additional years to return home to Ithaca. Now he has been home for some time and he is troubled. The speaker Ulysses nostalgically recalls his many adventures and the friends he made during his travels. He longs for the days when he felt truly alive and says that he is now merely existing, not living. Ulysses is determined to set out on one final adventure before he dies and urges his friends to join him. He knows it will be difficult but believes that if it is better to die trying to do something great than to sit and wait for death in boredom. What I told you now, this was only the introduction of Ulysses. Don't write it this. Now I gonna start summary in detail. This is only for introduction. Let's how he it's telling about only Ulysses how what he was doing in the youth days. This was the detailed summary of Ulysses. Ulysses begins by giving a picture of what his life has been like during the past year. Now he is an Ajan king and married to an Ajan queen who lives unknown to his citizens. He describes his people as a savage race who take adventures of all that he does for them without knowing who he truly is. He simply creates law and rules. He is a man who is used to constant movement, so he cannot be expected to be happy living a quiet life. Ulysses then nostalgically outlines some of his adventure in his younger days. He speaks of battles he fought with his comrades, people he met, and places he saw. All are permanent part of man he is today. He greatly misses those days when he traveled to many lands. He believes that he truly lived life in those days. He longs to do something other than merely breathe. In life, he knows that life is meant to be lived and he does not want merely to exit. He is also keenly aware that so he grows older, he has little time left to live before that external silence of death takes over. He knows that with each hour that goes by, he has the opportunity to do something great before the final silence. Therefore, Ulysses is determined to follow his desires and stop sitting around waiting for death to overcome him. Ulysses hands over the reins of his kingdom to his son Telemachus. He thinks that Telemachus will be a good ruler and will do the household duties properly. Knowing that much is fit for the task gives Ulysses hope and confidence to continue to the next part of his own life. Ulysses next asks his friends, his former fellow mariners, to accompany him on an adventure. He points out the port, the ship, and the sea in an attempt to bring his nostalgia to their hearts as well. He knows he will have a difficult time convincing them to leave since the journey will involve danger and it is possible they won't ever return home. However, he reminds them that if they do not go now, they will merely sit and wait for death in boredom and inactivity. They may still do something before death. Death close all, but something ere the end. Some work of noble note may yet be done. He urges his friends to join him finding new lands as they did in their youth. He acknowledges that they are old and do not have the strength and stamina that they used to have, but a- assures them that if they accept this fact, they can still seek adventure. What will keep them going are their noble hearts and wills, their heroic natures, and the knowledge that death is around the corner. Therefore, they must seize the moment before it's too late. They must try to strive to seek, to find, and not to held. Now, I am going to explain in Kannada. ಯುಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಬರೆದಿರೋದು ಆಲ್ಫ್ರೆಡ್ ಟೆನ್ಸಾನ್ ಅಂತ 1833 ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ರೆಂಡು ತೀರೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅರ್ಥರ್ ಹೆನ್ರಿ ಹಲಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು 1842 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದೊಂದು ಡ್ರಾಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಮೊನಲಾಗಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪೋಯಮ್ನ ಥೀಮ್ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ, ಜರ್ನಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದು ಬರೀ ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ ಅದು ಫುಲ್ಲು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಯುಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಅವನು ಹೇಗಿದ್ದ ಯೂತ್ ಡೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಪ್ ದಟ್. ಇವನೊಬ್ಬ ಹೀರೋ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಆಗ ಇವನು ಕಿಂಗು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಇದು ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಅವನು ಬ್ಯಾಟಲ್ನ ಫೌಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ. ಅವನು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಇತಾಕ್ ಅವರು ಊರ ಹೆಸರು. ಇವನೊಬ್ಬ ಅಡ್ವೆಂಚರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನೇಚರ್ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇವನು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋಮ್ಗೆ. ತುಂಬ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೈಲೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆನೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಡ್ವೆಂಚರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕಾಯೋದ್ಕಿಂತ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ, ಇನ್ನೂ ನಮಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಡ್ ಸಮ್ಮರಿ ಆಫ್ ಯುಲಿಸಿಸ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ.